the Cinderella city of the Rust Belt once again plays host to elite athletics. Her name in Russian means goddess, and Soviet Svetlana Boginskaya carries herself like a queen. Quiet and shy, the defending world champion reveals little of the emotion and drive that has propelled her to the top of the Soviet team. A perfect foil for Boginskaya is American Kim Smesko, and as Svetlana's doors are closing, Kim's are wide open. Explosive and dynamic, she hopes to follow the footsteps of idol Mary Lou Retton, and with 6 perfect performances under her belt, it is not long before she becomes the leader that many believe she was born to be. Canada's Stella Ume burst on the international scene in 1990 when she was called to the Commonwealth Games as a last-minute replacement for an injured team member. Fighting jet lag and acclimatization, Stella rose to the occasion, finishing 9th all round. Now making her mark on the world, she has captured the hearts of fellow gymnasts everywhere who delight in her antics and the warmth of her smile. Today they will face the rest of the best as the top 36 women in the world challenge each other for the all-round championship. Hello everybody, I'm Tracy Wilson. This competition is the qualifying event for the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. A country must finish in the top 12 in the team event here in order to qualify to send a full team of 6 to next summer's games. There were some anxious moments for Canada's women's team as they moved from 13th to 12th in the final stages of the team event to grab the last remaining spot. Our women were led by 16-year-old Stella Ume of Mississauga, Ontario, and she is qualified to compete today in the women's individual all-round. For more, let's join Sunil Joshi and Larissa Lowing.
It has indeed been an exciting week for all Canadians, especially Stella Ume, who it appears has picked up where she left off at the Commonwealth Games.
Stella's been fabulous this year, and she was great at this competition too, but it doesn't necessarily count because they're starting new life, which means they're all at ground zero now.
And ground zero looking way up at Svetlana Boginskaya, who is absolutely the queen of gymnastics.
She certainly is. She's defending world champion, and with that is coming a lot of pressure. She was facing retirement this year, but now she's back in top form, and she's being pushed by a lot of younger gymnasts. So it could be anybody's game tonight.
Let the games begin. The competition will continue in a moment.
Yurchenko layout full, little step on the ending, but it was a great vault.
This is just her first vault. She will be back with vault number 2 in a moment. But let's go to Svetlana Boginskaya, young woman we were talking about in the opening, who's the queen of gymnastics on the beat.
Opening up, front tuck, right into her combination lead.
At 5'4", is she one of the taller gymnasts in the world?
She is one of the taller gymnasts. However, with her line, it looks great on her. A lot of gymnasts can't handle that, but for her, it's great.
Now, in the opening, we discussed that she wanted to retire after the Goodwill Games, and you said that she gained some weight.
She had gained some weight going into the European Championships. She still managed to win the competition, however, which shows you how strong she is, and she's back here in top form, looking even skinnier than she was before. Gainer layout. Incredible form. Required full turn.
Boginskaya scored a perfect 10 on the floor at the '89 World Championships.
Here she is, setting up for her dismount. Round off, double back dismount, almost a perfect landing. Those are what counts, those little tiny steps there. 9912, almost perfect.
Here's Kim Smesko again on the vault, number 2.
And she nails the vault. That's what earned her the perfect 10 in the team competition.
And Coach Bella Karolyi definitely pleased with that score and her performance. Mississauga's Stella Ume. Her role with the team is more than just being a gymnast.
I find that a lot of people lose sight of the real meaning of competitions because they think there's a lot of politics in it. But being the person that I am, we want to keep the rest of the gymnasts out of the politics and just leave it up to our coaches, but always give them the chance to have a laugh occasionally. So I'm here to be the joker. Personally, the way I focus is taking out, the audio and visual stuff on the floor, listening to my Walkman, blasting the music in my ears, playing my Game Boy. I do anything, and I think that people kind of frown upon me and look at me like she's kind of obnoxious. She doesn't take this seriously, but I personally think that you have to be relaxed to compete well. You can't be uptight and scared, and that's the only way I can relax and calm down. I'll just take it as it comes. I won't overdo it. I won't, hold back anything. I'll just be myself and let whatever happens happen.
Stella Ume, who has vaulted into prominence as far as the Canadian team is concerned, on the vault.
Same vault as Kim Zmeskal. It's an excellent job for Stella. Stella actually can do a double twist, but she's chosen to do the full twist in here.
A 9-8 score. Pierce pleased with that. Christina Bontash on the floor. Christina was 4th at the 89 Worlds.
Starting out with a gorgeous double layout. As you can see, Christina's chosen quite the American-style music to keep that crowd pumping.
Not to mention the judges.
Not to mention the judges.
Christina lists cheese, candy, and whipped cream as her favorite foods. Obviously, she can't partake in that too often, can she?
No. Rounded back handspring, full twist in the back handspring, double back. Incredible line. It's very difficult to fit all of that in one tumbling line.
What exactly are the judges looking for in any of these routines on the floor?
Obviously, they want to see that you have great difficulty, but they also want to see that you're having fun out there. They don't want you to show the audience that it's hurting or that you're tired. They want you to show that you're having a great time and enjoying what you're doing. Full in, back out for last line. Incredible. Finishing off with the American anthem.
Be interesting to see if that helps her as far as the marks are concerned. 9.937, I'd say it helped her a little bit.
I'd say it did.
Our next competitor is Tatiana Lysenko. She was 3rd at the Goodwill Games on the uneven bars.
That was a Shaposhnikova right into a full twist. Not many people do that. Right into a Jaeger. She's working very cleanly so far. Stalder, you don't see too many of those nowadays. It's nice to see. Well, it was an older move before, and it is a pretty move, so girls are starting to put it back in. That was an incredible dismount, front with a half.
9.937 on the uneven bars for Tatiana Lysenko.